What's really good, LeSBP Trading Familia? Buenos dias, bonjour, bom dia, sabona, guten abend, como va, masaka, after. Thank you all for tuning in. So, for context purposes, today is December 26th. So I know that this video is probably not going to be released until possibly January. It might be a little bit before, but I know it's not going to be released today or tomorrow or within this week. So, today is December 26th. Merry Christmas to everybody, all that great stuff. And if this is released afterwards, Happy New Year's. But just going over a few things that we saw in the market today or this morning. Took an errant trade. It came out well, but it's not a trade that I would usually take. So I wanted to just kind of dabble into what that trade looked like and kind of what we need to be focusing on for this next year. Because I feel like the problem that I usually have is I do this, I'll take an errant trade for no reason. I'll get into a trade thinking it looks good. Other confluences that have not been tested are used at that time. Um, and me being me, I'm like, all right, well, this could possibly work. I'm going through probabilities in my head and stuff like that or whatever. And I'm like, this could possibly work because of this, or it could possibly work because of this. And in some cases it does. It does work beautifully, and then there's other cases where I'm looking stupid. So what I need to do is mainly focus on the stuff that I have tested. That's going to be the biggest thing this year. Focus on the stuff that you've actually tested. Um, and this goes for, anybody else's strategies too. If you've had a strategy that is nice and tested, I've said this plenty of times in other videos, go with that strategy. Don't deviate. Don't go to something else and tweaking and using the tweaks while you're also still live trading and stuff like that. Like, just stick with what you know, stick with what you have, regardless of win lose rate and stuff like that. If you're gonna test something, then test it. Don't use your real money. Use sim money, use paper money, whatever you want to call it. Don't even do a prop firm if you're testing. You know what I mean? Like, you still paid something, even though it might not be like hundreds and hundreds of dollars that you've wasted. You might have wasted $50 on a sim test, or not a sim test, on a prop firm, when you could have held on to that money and just paper tested. Yes, it does feel different emotionally, but physically, you're still testing the exact same thing that you would be testing. You just got to make sure you got the right instrument, but you be testing the exact same thing, data that you're gonna be using in real life. So either way, let's jump into the video. It's 3 minutes in, so I haven't really said anything here. All right, so what we're looking at today is get this out of here because it's always in the way. All right, what we're looking at today is basically the MES, or the S&P 500. What was it? Mini, I guess it's about micro E mini S&P 500 index. Now, this morning we had a very, very small trade here. I actually went down to the 1 minute time frame, something that I haven't done in like 2 or 3 years. This is paper money, by the way, so don't even pay attention to. Actually, I can just put that down, take that off. That was a paper trade that I'm trying right now. But let's jump into our live. No, stock screener. What the hell? Oh, here we go. My bad. The camera's like right there in the way. See the brokers list, Tradestation. I should already be logged in. Okay, cool. All right, so this is our live Tradestation account. This is what we've realized just from today. I don't know if they actually show. If not, I can go to the Tradestation website. Yeah, so we started off with what, 249.91 was our account balance starting off for the day, and then we made $21.50 in this trade, the trade that I'm going over right now. So what we ended up doing was I took an entry on, which I don't know exactly, history. I took an entry, just filled, thank you. What's today? Today's the 26th. I took an entry at 6,094.5, which is this line right here. I just needed the time, so 11:39 and 33 seconds. 11:39 and 38 seconds. 11:39. So right here. So on this particular candle, possibly the close of this particular candle, I took an entry. The idea here was I was using the MACD, which I never really use. I was using it's called higher high, lower low. It's an indicator, basically tells you where the higher highs and lower lows are in the price range. And other than that, I was just using my own judgment. I was like, hey, we're gonna jump into this trade. It's gonna be very small, very minute. I think I put a let's do this so I can see my stop losses because 26. Yeah, I had a very tight, tight stop loss. Like I entered here. I believe I should have wrote this down, but I believe my stop loss was at the bottom of this. And then literally not even 2 minutes after, I moved my stop loss into like TP. Like I was at like, nah, I'm not doing it, not messing around with you. So once it got up to like this third candle, I moved it in TP. Or move stop loss in the break even, not TP. Move stop loss in the break even. So literally after moving stop loss in the break even, I think we waited until actually I'm not even gonna think. Um 2099, 11:56. So we did wait a few minutes. I mean, from 11:39 to 11:56. Let's go ahead and mark that. 11:56. So right here. So basically from this point until this point where the bottom of this candle is, basically the wick of that candle, is when we got out. Now I got out strictly because of fear. I haven't tested this. I haven't looked into it, and said, oh, this works this many times out of this many times. This was just me literally saying this looks like a pretty decent trade, and I like where the market is going because, as you can see, it was up here when we got into our paper trade, blah blah blah, which was yesterday. It was up here at our paper trade time. It went all the way down to this point, rejected off of this, and now it's on its way back up. I'm like, just fuck it. That was my justification for getting into this trade, which is totally dumb. But it seemed to work out just for this morning. Like I said, it's not something that I would recommend because it's not tried, true, and tested. But that's the trade that we got into. From here, I would like to see the market to continue to the upside. Um, if we were in this trade, as in using our actual parameters on the 2 hour time frame and everything, we would have been in yesterday at 1800, and we would have still been holding this today until 1600. That's how we usually hold our trades. The reason why we have to get out at 1600 or usually around like 1630 is because I don't have the amount of margin that I need to have in order for that increased kind of overnight margin. I don't have that to hold on to these trades, so I have to get out at a certain time. Which for me, I usually get out around 1630, 1640, and I'm done. Because about I think it's 5 minutes before they increase the margin up to that overnight margin. But five minutes before their closing time is what I should say, which is I think 5 p.m. Eastern. So either way, I don't know. We took an errant trade. We got $21 out of it. To be honest, I was really aiming for like 100, but I was like, if the market don't just like straight shoot off, we gonna take what we get and get out of here. I think at the top of this candle we could have gotten about $63, and then at this TP, I think it's something around almost $400. Um, but in my head, I was like, I'm probably not gonna hold it that long. Plus, it's probably not gonna make it there because it's already 12 something. So holding it for another 2 hour candles up till 1600 or 1630 ish, I don't think it's gonna make it all the way up here. But we'll see maybe tomorrow. I kind of want to see what it looks like on Tradestation, so I'm gonna sign in really quick. Um, I don't know what gets brought up here when I sign in. Yeah, my username, of course. All right, so 3, 2, 1. There we go. All right, so when I sign in, okay, so it looks like this. It's pretty much the same thing you see in TradingView. So portfolio value, open P&L, market value, cash available, and I'll refresh just so y'all know that this is actual account, not a screenshot. Futures. I'm kind of scared to click on it. Okay, I was gonna say what happens when you click on it. Okay, so buying power. This is something that I was interested in seeing, and this is, if you want to go ahead and jump off, this is really the end of the video. I'm just kind of exploring now, so I do apologize because yesterday, we took it not yesterday, we took a trade on the 24th, and technically we won the trade. It was only about like $2. I really wasn't. I was trying to figure out margins and stuff like that or whatever. I really wasn't trying to like stay into the trade and hold this and whatever. We won like $2, but for some reason, maybe I can see it in statements. Oh no, here it is. Yeah. So okay, so I got charged commission, clearing fee, and I don't even know what NFA is. NFA fee. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense because we ended up winning like $2, or maybe it was like $1.25, but then I still ended up being negative, like a negative. What was it? 91 cents, or no, a negative 11 cents, because we should have been equaling out to 250 basically. So okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, we made like $1.25, but then we got knocked back for just small fees. It's nothing crazy. So that's actually okay. I get it now. All right, so that makes sense. Cool. I didn't see that the other day, so I was like, "What the fuck happened?" I was kind of skeptical. I was like, "What the fuck happened?" And then something else that we'll probably talk about in a whole new video is contract swaps. Man, the other day that shit got me. Actually, did I already take a video of that? Because it was on MET. Yeah, it was here. Contract switch got me. But we'll talk about that in another video. I appreciate it. Thank you all. Hopefully you had a beautiful Christmas and all that great stuff. Happy holidays. Um, yeah, man. That's it. All right, y'all. Thanks. Have a good day. Peace.